Hello and welcome back to another video on the Football Zone and to another midweek preview. The whole Premier League fixture list and half the Championship in action, so a big one. Starting off with a huge game at the foot of the Premier League, Sheffield United versus West Brom. Sheffield United starting to get a bit of momentum now. West Brom will be disappointed not to beat Fulham after going in front, but I think this could be a good game. And I think it'll be really scrappy, but I do think Sheffield United will nick it. They seem to be increasing a little bit, so I'll say 1-0. Wolves host Arsenal at Molineux, and this is a really big game for Wolves. They're in really awful run of form at the moment. They need a result desperately, and to be honest, it'll be tough against an Arsenal side who are definitely improving really well at the moment under Mikel Arteta. So it will be a tough one, but I do think if they continue to play how they will get beat, but I do think they will see a slight upgrace, so I'm going to say a 1-1 draw. Manchester United host Southampton at Old Trafford. United, they're on a good run at the moment, I would say, but of course have only picked up 1 point from the last 2, which is majorly disappointing. Southampton, they won't know how they lost against Aston Villa at the weekend, but they'll be looking to put that right here. I think it will be a close game, but I can see Manchester United getting a win. I think it will be 2-0, but I do think that scoreline will flatter them a bit. Newcastle host Crystal Palace. Newcastle, what a huge win that was at the weekend over Crystal Palace. Over Everton, but now they host Crystal Palace, who themselves did get a big win over Wolves. So both teams coming high in confidence following a dodgy run. Will be interesting to see if that increases the quality of the game a bit. I think it probably will, but I still think it will be an incredibly close game, which I think will probably end as a draw. Next up, Manchester City travel to Burnley in the first game of Wednesday. Burnley, they're bit hit and miss. Did go on a great run, but lost to Chelsea quite comfortably. They didn't look too good. Man City, what a run they're on. Only beat Sheffield United 1-0, which surprised me, especially when they went ahead early on. But still, a win's a win, and I do think they will get another comfortable win here. They're just so good at the moment. I will say a 3-0 win to Man City. Leicester travel to Fulham. Fulham, I think, like West Brom, they'll be disappointed not to win the game on Saturday. Really, both teams had to win. As for Leicester, really poor defeat by Leeds. Sort of thing you can't be losing if you want to maintain your top 4 push. But I do think they will bounce back here. Much better team, so I'll say 2-0 to Leicester. Leeds host Everton. Of course, they'll be on a massive high after that win last time out against Leicester, coming from behind as well. Everton, they suffered a loss at the weekend too against Newcastle, which they really shouldn't have done. So they'll be looking to rebound quickly from that. And I think this should be a really close game. 2 teams that I enjoy watching, so it will for sure be an interesting one. But it's really tough to decide which way it goes. I think it will be a close game, and I'm going to say a draw. West Ham travel to Aston Villa in what is a game I'm really looking forward to. Both teams having an incredible season, although both teams did suffer, well, in Villa's case, a fortuitous win. West Ham, a loss. West Ham, just hope that loss doesn't affect them too much. I don't think it will. Villa aside, I think this will be really close. I'm going to say 1-1. Next up, Liverpool host Brighton, and I think even with the injuries to the centre half and what have you, I do think Liverpool will be able to secure a fairly comfortable win here against Brighton, despite Brighton doing so well against Tottenham. Most at the backing man the goals, that could be really huge for Liverpool. They seem to be getting on a bit of a decent run now, so I can see a home win, and I'm going to say a 2-0 win, I'll say. Tottenham host Chelsea at Tottenham's new ground. Tottenham, of course, they've not had the best games recently, it's fair to say. As for Chelsea, they started life fairly well under Thomas Tuchel. It's just a matter of whether they can keep it up or not. And to be honest, I do think Tottenham will be motivated here. London derby. after back of a few poor results. So I think Tottenham will be up for this, and I do think they will be able to get a win. I'm going to say 2-0. Moving on to the Championship now, and Millwall host league leaders Norwich in what will be a really tough game for them though. And it's been made a whole lot easier, you may argue though, by Emi Buendia's second yellow against Norwich, meaning he misses today's game and Friday's huge game against Swansea. But I still do think with the likes of Pukki and that they will have a bit too much for them here. Millwall not on a great run, so I'm going to say a 1-0 win to Norwich. Yeah, I'll say that. Bournemouth host Sheffield Wednesday at the Vitality. Bournemouth, they were ripped apart in the first half by Reading on Saturday. Sheffield Wednesday picked up a crucial win last time out. So they'll be coming into that on a high. Bournemouth just really needs to break the bad run they're on. And I don't think they'll have a better opportunity to do it than this. So I'm going to say Bournemouth will win though. Do think they've got that extra bit of quality. I'll say 2-0 to Bournemouth. Next up, Coventry host Nottingham Forest at St Andrews. Coventry point against their landlords at the weekend. Not a bad result, but I think they may have seen this as a winnable game. As for Forest, draw against Barnsley. They seem to be on a bit of a decline at the moment. Just have to hope it doesn't affect them too much. Still only in 21st, so they're not out of it next. I think it will be scrappy, but I'm going to say 1-1. Rotherham host Derby at the New York Stadium, and what a huge game this is for both sides. Derby, of course, they've got themselves out of it a bit. 5 points clear with Rotherham and sitting in 18th. Just shows how close it is down there. But yeah, I do think Rotherham will come into this in lots of confidence. They played quite well against Swansea, but just didn't get much reward for it. But I do think they will be able to pick up a surprise win here. I'll say 2-1 to Rotherham. Next up, Birmingham travel to Wycombe. Birmingham will be looking to put the wrongs to the right. What you could say was an embarrassing defeat last time out against Wycombe earlier in the season. Wycombe, of course, thrashed at Brentford. They really do need to sort their form out to have any chance of survival. They'll see this as a must-win game. Will they win it? I'm not so sure. I think it'll be a scrappy draw, but this is a huge game for both sides. Brentford host Bristol City. Brentford now have the 10th longest unbeaten streak in the Championship, which says all you need to know about this team. Just a really, really good team. And Bristol City, they were on a good run, looking like they were really closing in on the playoffs before Saturday's really disappointing loss to Derby. And that's the thing with them, they seem to go on a good run and then a really bad run, and I fear this could be the start of a bad run for them against the Brentford side. So I'm going to say 2-0 to Brentford. But anyway guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and follow me on Twitter, link in the description below for daily football news, and subscribe to my channel on the screen right now. That'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace.